And here we go. It was in front of this movie, Just Mercy, that I got the stuff for the contest.
Our friend 3PO.
I sure do hope we're going to see a jolly good comedy. The Randy laugh, really?
Right here. You should set him right here, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's a good idea. for this review of all movies. That's the thing, too, because, okay, this stuff, you can find this stuff, a contest we got going on over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thecinemasnob. Click the links that we got in the description and in the comments below. That'll take you over to our Patreon where you can enter the contest for these massive popcorn buckets and huge ass C-3PO cup that they have for this. Like, I looked at these and went, maybe I kind of want these for myself. These are way bigger than I thought they would be. Then I remembered, I don't like this movie. Like, I hate the fact that these are actually kind of cool, but I don't like this movie. Rise of Skywalker. I like Just Mercy quite a bit. Although, given that this is the movie that I this bucket and this into, it was weird sitting there watching this movie, holding this gigantic C-3PO cup.
Sir, that tickles.
Like, and plus it's sitting there in the cup holder, either staring at me or watching the movie. Like 3PO's doing his own Mystery Science Theater and is captivated and not saying anything.
I mean, let's talk about that because, yeah, this movie was pretty captivating.
Yeah, from the trailer of this movie, I wasn't.
Yes. So the trailer made me think that this was like Alabama, like 1950s, 1960s.
Oh no, it was
so
like
you could
92.
imagine, right? You could imagine my shock whenever the first scene opens up and they're like 1987.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
I knew the story going into it.
Good God.
Yeah, man, like, yeah, I knew going in when it was going to take place, but like the trailer, I kind of thought this movie might go one way or the other, because there's a lot of movies like this, and some of them can be very standard, some can be like maybe at best a decent TV movie, or turn out to be pretty good, certainly, but I mean, even 2019 alone had that, what was it, Brian Banks, another courtroom drama like this one, and that kind of came and went and only got mediocre reviews. So with this one, I was like, looks like it could be like maybe a surprise, or again, something that's out this time of year and maybe just kind of gets mediocre reviews or something like that. But having seen the movie, it was a nice surprise. I thought it was better. I thought it was a much more captivating and refreshing movie than the trailers let on. Not even that the trailers looked bad.
Yeah.
But a lot of the trailers for it, I was like, I don't know how much this kind of sets itself away from other things it's like.
I'll say
haven't
this.
seen the movie.
I'll say this, the trailers, I mean, there's a lot of movie trailers that just give away too much of the movie, or they just don't really do a good job of like really selling the movie.
Sure.
And I feel like this trailer, I definitely, whenever I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll see that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then it doesn't give too much away, because you just go into this, you're just like from like I said, you're captivated from beginning to end, and you're just you do see some scenes, of course, that are in the trailer, but then you see some others that aren't, and they're good scenes.
It's an entertaining movie, and it is a thrilling movie, even if you go into it knowing how it ends and knowing how it plays out. Because I did going into the movie.
I did not.
And that I was still very hooked on what was going on. So did you like this better, I take it, than Dark Waters?
Yeah, because Dark Waters seemed just a little too empty, a little too shallow.
I asked you to review the movie, not the water. Anyway, onto this, back to the racial injustice that we're talking about.
Right.
No, Dark Water's like, no, I like Dark Water. I liked it a bit better than you did, but this movie is paced better.
Yeah.
This movie is, some of the editing's a little better in this movie. You got a sense more so in this narratively where the story was. Cause man, right off the bat, this guy got screwed.
Yeah, he did.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he
Just
did.
like, I mean, it's bad enough the guy might as well be living in Klan land. Like,
Right, yeah.
but they just have a hard-on for this guy getting fried.
Right, yeah.
And are petty about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just like petty, like, we don't care. We just want to see someone get killed. I don't know, make up this shit about this guy. And it's so, like, you're watching it, and it's just blatantly obvious that this guy didn't do this.
Right, yeah.
And certainly they didn't have the evidence to convict him.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dozen witnesses that give this guy an alibi mixed in with 100 other things that would get this guy off.
Right.
And so you're watching it going like, this poor dude,
right.
God. And you know, I was watching it knowing how it ends. But even still, you're just sitting there like, it's okay, man. Give it like another year or so. You'll be fine. But Jesus, they are bending the state is bending over backwards to just rail this dude.
They truly are. They truly are.
But I like, though, that with the attorney that Michael B. Jordan is playing, that a lot of it is hinging on him talking to human to human, either the guy that Tim Blake Nelson plays who testified against Jamie Foxx, or later on in the movie, the prosecutor.
Yeah.
Just appealing to people like that.
Yeah.
About how obvious this case is.
Right,
this guy's got to be.
Hell, they even got he even got the arresting officer to testify.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that. And it's also a very harrowing movie about the death penalty as well. There's a whole sequence in this movie where it's another character in the prison who Michael B. Jordan is trying to get a stay of execution.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work, and this guy's request is he's there to watch this. So you see a lot of this process,
and
which you've seen in other movies before, but in this, it's edited, shot, acted, and portrayed so well, almost like a documentary.
Agreed.
It's disturbing.
Agreed. Hell, it ended with some actual documentary footage of the real people getting released from prison. So
yeah, I didn't much care for how that kept bleeding into the ending credits. I was like,
and that's another thing too. Stick around. In the credits, there's like all sorts of like the disposition of the characters just keep going and going and going. So like whenever you see like the cast and the director, just wait. They're gonna show you more.
I didn't care much for that choice. I was like, there's people who are gonna miss really important information here because they probably left, and you could have just put it along with the rest of the epilogue.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I think, I don't know. If people can sit there through the credits for a Marvel movie's post-credit sequence,
but that gives you enough time though to leave and take a crap.
True.
Well, maybe not anymore because they put like a couple of mid-credit scenes in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like maybe that was their thinking here, because when you break it down, this is Captain Marvel and Killmonger joining forces to get Electro off of the electric chair. We've seen what happens when he has electricity. I'm sure that was totally their line of thinking.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you can stick around for a post-credit sequence in a Marvel movie, you can sit down, stay sat down for another, like, I don't know, less than 5 minutes.
Oh,
for
yeah, it would
her.
be great if they're just sitting there eating shawarma or something at the end of the credits. Sometimes you get screwed by those post-credit scenes. Like, the second Ant-Man, where the post-credit scene was the ant playing drums, and that was a part in the trailer. Ah! My bladder just exploded for this. No, this is certainly something that's out for award season.
Oh yeah. And it's probably gonna win. I mean, it's probably gonna win. It's probably gonna get nominated.
I'm sure it'll get nominated for some stuff. Win? I don't know, but like nominated certainly.
You know,
I think so.
We gotta go back and review because I forget what was the bet on Blue and Black or Black and Blue.
If Black and Blue didn't get up for an Oscar, it just meant you owed me like White Castle or something.
Oh yeah. It was White Castle.
Yeah.
Because I say it's gonna get nominated.
That movie's not getting nominated for anything.
I mean, I will say this now that I see all these other
all the Oscar movies that are out.
Yeah, now I'm thinking, well, maybe not, but I don't know. I think it might be an underdog.
Somebody
might be an
Academy
underdog.
vote. If any Academy voters watch this show, maybe they'll have it up for sound just to mess with me. I liked Black and Blue, honestly.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, but the acting here is really
Superb.
solid. Like
Yeah.
it's a movie that takes place in the early 90s, mainly around like 92. It doesn't do anything gimmicky with that. It's a very quiet film. It feels authentic in terms of when it's taking place.
I will say I liked how Jamie Foxx was rocking a flat top and
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ha!
Yeah. Just kind of got this Frankenstein thing going on.
Yeah.
No, totally. I totally recommend this. I do. It is a good crowd-pleasing movie.
Yeah.
You'll come out of it feeling a bit uplifted.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's got a moment there near the end when it gets to the climax of the movie where you'll be fighting back some tears watching it. You
Agreed.
will. It is very well done. It's paced well. It's acted well. The editing is excellent.
Yeah.
What they do with the side stuff, again, with the dude who's on death row and is on the electric chair, that's handled very well and very disturbingly.
Yeah.
I was totally with this movie at the beginning.
Yeah. Speaking of disturbing, elaborating on what you said about that being disturbing.
Yeah.
Usually whenever somebody's sentenced to death by electrocution, they cover the face.
Oh,
because
yeah.
like eyeball sockets can and they didn't do that in this one, and I'm just thinking, good God.
Yeah, I mean, it does cut away.
Yeah.
And you just see the reactions of the people watching this happen.
But you also see the I was going to say the reflection. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was going to say, that's I bicker a lot about weird cinematography, but that was actually a really good choice.
No, it was. There's a lot of really it feels like something you would have seen, and I mean this positively. Like, there's a lot of shots in it, whether it's of nature or them sitting by a lake or an establishing shot of the car driving through, and it does have a very film look to it. Like this could have been a really gripping courtroom thriller from like 1980 or something. And I mean that positively. Like it really stacks up with some of the best in that genre. So I totally recommend this. Again, like I said, this is a good crowd-pleasing movie.
Yeah.
I definitely got my money's worth here. A lot better than Like a Boss. And Underwater, which Doug and I saw last night.
Oh, how was Underwater?
I just rent it.
Okay.
It's standard. It kind of just is one of those movies. Like, nothing bad, but nothing great. So you're just kind of sitting there like, what was the point of this? So any final thoughts about this?
I mean, wow, just Alabama, there's a reason people make fun of you. And this movie shows it.
No, it's okay because I like when he gets to the town and so many people are like you could go visit our Harper Lee Museum.
Oh yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird. Hey, the Killing Mockingbird Museum. You should check that out. God, I was so reminded of like Springfield whenever they're like, oh, Lincoln stuff. You should go check out the Lincoln Museum. Go Lincoln. Lincoln.
But at least no one's saying that to us to prove they're not racist.
Or are they? Hey, we were the land of Lincoln, or we were the town that Lincoln came from. He freed the slaves, therefore we're not racist.
Like there's some stuff at the mall that has like the Confederate flag on it. Where it's like, we're in Springfield, Lincoln's buried like a mile away. His house is like in downtown. It's land of Lincoln.
So not quite the in the mall, but yeah, you're right. You definitely in Springfield see a lot of rebel flags.
Like did you ever used to see them like out and about? Because I would.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at the fair, yeah.
Well, at the fair, just like on pickup trucks driving down the street. Oh yeah.
Could just be a Skinnerd van. Or it was just them Duke boys.
Oh, the prosecutor's name was Robert E. Lee.
I know. Okay. Yeah. Like, it wasn't the prosecutor, it was the judge at the beginning of the movie when, like, talk about this guy being railroaded in this town.
Right.
The judge who sentenced him to death after the jury was like, we'd just like him to have life in prison. The judge comes in, is like, no, we're going to kill that guy. And the guy's name is Robert E. Lee.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, you had no chance. All right, well, next week is Bad Boys for Life, and
I'm actually looking forward to that. That's fun.
Too.
That
Hell
looks like a lot of fun.
Doolittle is next week as well. So, all right, we got those, and don't forget to go to Patreon, patreon.com/thecinemasnob, where you can enter to win our contest with this big ol' C3PO.
Does this mean I can come out of the bucket now?
Oh yeah, just for a little bit. You get back in there. This will be Lloyd's toy for the next week. I like the guy who gave this to me was like figuring out how to twist it on this thing. This thing is huge.
We should like rig a light in there, because you know how 3PO's eyes
Maybe
light
it
up.
does. I don't know. Is there a place out here to put batteries? There might be. I've been drinking battery acid this whole time. All right.
They told me it was Coca-Cola.
See you next week.